Video games. Most of us play them, right? Well, I sure do, in case you couldn't tell. Whether it's on PC, console, or mobile. Yeah, believe it or not, PC and console are the most popular platforms to date. There's been debates for over many years since the Sega and Nintendo days on which is the best console, and those who love the brand a bit too much. I'm going to be talking about why I don't like console warriors, which I'm going to refer to throughout this video. These people, I swear to God, are obsessed and defensive about their favorite pieces of plastic and the companies that make them. Whether you disagree about something on Xbox, you can get called a PlayStation fanboy, or say something negative about the other part, you get called a fanboy of that too. It's that fucking stupid. If any of these companies does something bad or dumb, they should be called out for it no matter what, even if you like them or not. Now, I do own both an Xbox and PlayStation consoles. I got them from over the years, and even the modern ones too. I do think the PS5 and Series X are actually pretty great, but sure, one is better than the other in some way, but I won't get into that. The thing that bothers me about console warriors that they're fucking dumb, like posting shit like this. More people have played Redfall on Xbox than Silent Hill 2 on PS5. What? I mean, it's been on both platforms. Silent Hill 2 Remake. It got released on both the PC and the PS5 at the same time, although it will be coming out for the Xbox, maybe in October, so it wouldn't shock me if this guy changes his tune. People have played Redfall on Xbox than Silent Hill 2 on PS5. As a Redfall player, I'd rather play Silent Hill 2. Hey, I'm just saying. There are things that shouldn't be said, dude. We shouldn't talk about facts? Nah, I'm gonna keep doing that. Facts, you say? Yeah, let's go with that. What the fuck? Posting about their favorite devices on social media, claiming one is better than the other without a proper explanation. And, oh god. Xbox Series X equals the best Xbox ever made. PS5 the worst console ever made. You're the king of bad takes. So do you think the PS5 is better than the PS1, 2, and 4? Interesting. What the fuck do you mean? It's fine if you prefer one system over the other, and you're entitled to your own opinion, but not given a reason why, or a dumb take while boasting about it is hard to take seriously, since they're all full-grown adults after all, that also pays for Twitter Blue, like fuck's sake. I think back when before or after the PS5 and Series X came out, I remember people posting these stupid comparison clips of Ratchet & Clank about how the grass doesn't move when the character walks through it, and in Halo Infinite's multiplayer how the watermelons blow up when shot at, as if that's what you're going to be doing in an online deathmatch. Another few examples, like the quality of the shadows in Hi-Fi Rush is better than on the PS5 than it is on the Xbox, and the amount of leaves there are on a fucking tree in a game. After 3 years, Kenna Bridge of Spirits comes to Xbox, and it's the worst version. Lower foliage density on the Series X than PS5. When Unreal Engine games are ported to PlayStation, they look and run better. Even at Microsoft's first party like Sea of Thieves, Ghostwire Tokyo, Hi-Fi Rush, like, okay. I'm all for attention to detail, but does it really matter all that much? If a game looks or runs like shit, I get it, and that's the developer's problem, but acting over the small details that don't affect the game itself is just childish. Game developers would dial back the settings just for the sake of the game to run well in that system, and they've been doing that for years. I asked a friend of mine what dumb takes he has seen and said, I guess my thing would be how people overreact to seeing console exclusive games get a port to any other system or to PC. I don't get the discourse either, even though game developers have been doing it for fucking years, like I said, and console warriors just get mad about it for no reason. It's so fucking dumb. It reminds me of the time Xbox CEO Phil Spencer replied to some guy who cancelled his pre-order for an Xbox game because it was coming to Windows. No, I'm not kidding. Phil, you didn't stop to ask the hardcore fans that stuck by Xbox for this. It's even what we wanted. It's not. You cancelled your pre-order for a game you want to play because someone else gets to play the game on Windows? What the fuck? Looking at some of the accounts on everyone's favorite website, Twitter, or X as that stupid twat changed it to. You know who. There's not that much to say other than that they post the same shit about how great their favorite corporation is, its market and sales history, as if they care, which is for investors, I guess. They almost post some of the worst takes that make them look fucking stupid, and yes, some of them are engagement bait because they have blue checkmark and they get money for posting utter bollocks, like most accounts that do that. Here are some examples, and I cannot stress this enough, but please do not fucking harass any of these people. It's not that big of a deal, I'm just ranting. This guy Snap Plus Play is a fucking Xbox dick rider. And what type of name is that anyway? You know that game called Abandoned? That game that got so much backlash because they kinda made people think it was like a Silent Hill game? Called it a complete scam even though the game was never put on sale and it never came out anyway. In fact, it doesn't even exist. But that's a whole story on its own. This guy also says a lot of stupid shit like... He says a lot of stupid shit like this here to a post about Silent Hill 2 selling 1 million copies within its first week. Is this supposed to be positive? Serious question. Yes, it is a positive, you idiot. Also, what the fuck is your profile picture? Also, what's with the videos of you just walking around in a game? Is that supposed to sell me on them or what? Like posting the caption, Redfall gets a lot of fake hate, which it did get hate by the way for being released unfinished with low ratings. Some of the devs were hoping it would get cancelled after being acquired by Microsoft, and then the studio Arcane Austin was then shut down. I mean, look at it, it got like a 4 rating from IGN and very low Metacritic scores. Also, this guy stole a woman's photo of herself holding a Starfield-themed Xbox controller just for his usual bullshit posts. Like, what the hell? He did apologize and say things were sorted. Well, that's a lie. Because Tegan, the woman in the photo, didn't see the post because he sorted by blocking her. Like, are you fucking serious? I mean, look at this shit. About me post a pic of someone with a Starfield controller, which was okay. It was not. But not tagging them in it. Didn't know their Twitter name. Guess I'm cancelled now. This person calls Doom a Bethesda game, with a community note correcting him. Yes, these are the Bethesda boys back in the day. Just because Bethesda published the current versions of the game, or any other company for that matter, doesn't mean that they made the game. Oh boy. Also, Pyro thinks there are no exclusives for Steam Deck. Here is some hard truth for people. If the PS5 has no games, then what does that make the Steam Deck? Literally no exclusives.
And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you're not retarded at all? And if you close your...
Yes, there are exclusives on PC which you can play on Steam Deck. You know those Twitter accounts that post new stuff like Warrior64 and Okami13? Well, here's the PlayStation fanboy version of them, and that's Zobitech. Sometime after the release of the game Helldivers 2, that launched on both the PS5 and PC at the same time, the game got a lot of heat because Sony was going to force PC players to have to sign in to PSN and in order to play. The PC community got mad about this, rightfully so, because PSN isn't available in over, and I shit you not, 100 countries. Like holy shit. And PSN has been hacked and suffered downtime quite a few times. Since then, the PSN sign-in was optional, and was also stated on Sony's FAQ. PC players left negative reviews for the game and issued refunds in protest, and thankfully Sony gave in and allowed the option for players on PC to not have to sign up or sign into PSN. Everyone was happy for this. Everyone was happy for Sony backing out of the change except for Zobitech. Christ, this guy. All of this for a simple PSN account link that every other major publisher has in there, including some of their biggest games in the world right now, which they had no problem doing. One thing is for certain, PC community is an entitled group, and these journalists, like always, show their bias and liars. What? Who wrote this? ChatGPT? How are the PC community entitled? If you sell a product and make a change that would affect it in some way, those who paid for that product have every right to voice their disappointment with it. This PC community will never be the PlayStation community, and they will never do day and date. Well, they're not the PlayStation community because they only play on PC and never do day and date. Why? Sony releasing Helldivers 2 on both systems at once has proven by the game sales that it sold well, and PC has a large player base too. You sound like an entitled one here. Also, this shit right here. To all the PlayStation executives who follow me, please see this. Helldivers 2 proves PlayStation should never go day and date with this. This is extremely clear, and he got community notice. Just because some executives follow you doesn't mean they're gonna listen to you, dude. They don't know you, and they ain't gonna listen to you either. Look, I know having to sign into an account just to play a game is annoying, and doing so on PC is extra annoying that some games require you to install their game launcher, like Ubisoft and EA and fucking Rockstar. Why the hell do you have one Rockstar? You don't have much on there, like, the fuck? Anyway, every game has online multiplayer, should give you the option to not sign into an account, especially single player games, and have the option to toggle off crossplay, which most games do, like Rocket League, Fortnite, and Dead by Daylight, just to name a few. Matt Pascatella, a video game industry analyst, posted, Monster Hunter Wilds was the best-selling game of February across each of the PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam ecosystems, with Steam accounting for more than half of its titles' total dollar sales. Sobitech saw Matt's post and replied to another user by saying this: "It sold more on PS5, never believe in this clown." Calling this man a clown because games sold well on all systems. Oh, it sold more on the PS5 because I said so. Shut the fuck up. Who are people gonna believe more? The person who looks over data and works in the gaming industry? Or some corporate dick rider who posts why his console is better? Also, he later deleted the post. Oh, the funny part is, he used the same data from the company that Matt works for, not to mention he's the executive of the company, and he shared in his own post. I can't make this shit up. Fuck you, Subitech. Now this guy with his stupid Jim Ryan profile picture, hating on people for getting Bloodborne playable on a PS4 emulator on PC, which is pretty strange, and hoping Sony will send a cease and desist to those who are working on that is really fucking shitty, and will make Sony look just as bad as Nintendo for doing so. If Sony or any other game company won't release their games onto a modern platform, then why shouldn't those who have that said game running on an emulator? Not to mention emulators exist to preserve games stuck on old systems. Since then, the devs working on getting Bloodborne working on PC have made great improvements over the time. Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers made videos going over into detail about it. I'll leave a link in his channel in the description below. Preservation games are important, and yes, you can still buy and play Bloodborne on a PS4 and 5 to this day. Well, what about Nintendo fans? I did a little research, and all I seem to find is that they stuck up to them and hate on those who use emulators. Also, I don't want the video to go on for too long, so there's that. At the end of the day, game consoles are made for your entertainment. You can play games, listen to music, podcasts, watch films and TV shows on them. Hey, you can text and voice chat with your homies on them too. Whether you play on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, or PC, it doesn't matter. If you prefer one over the other, or hell, you can like both. Just don't be weird or a fucking asshole about it. Enjoy what you get out of it, like most people do. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content. Let me know what you think about Console Warriors in the comments. If you want to support me even more, check out my Ko-fi, and also follow me on Twitch if you want to see me live stream games. That's the end of the video. See ya, fuckers.